What's up, Internet? We are here once again in our quest for bitter, edgy, dark revenge in Pokemon Crystal. You might be recognizing that I'm not in the Pokemon Center where I saved last time, and that's because we had to find Bill. And I could not be asked to figure out where the hell he lived, because I knew the moment I did, it would turn into this whole thing of stuff I'd have to do on my own time. So we did. So here's our friend Bill, who doesn't recognize us at all. And that's probably for the best if we told him the truth about how we are, in fact, the greatest Pokemon trainer who ever lived, that saved his life, but somehow quantumly displaced by an alternate dimension version of ourselves, and now we're trying to haunt him and kill him for revenge and stuff, for getting rid of our team and taking all our glory and fame. He might think we're a little crazy. And we're not crazy! You're crazy, Bill! I mean, he's the guy messing with time travel and stuff. In fact, when I came in, and these are his exact words, he was messing with a time travel machine, and he saw this weird flash and a shape that looked almost like a Jolteon. But when the flash ended, he saw an Eevee. And when we came in, this Eevee grew immediately attached to us, almost as if it knew us. And Bill is afraid of the sun, and also the fact that he's completely lazy and doesn't want to take care of a Pokemon ever. So he gave us that Eevee. But because elemental stones are so rare in Johto, like seriously, they are really rare in this game, we can't have Jolteon. So our now quantumly displaced ally, Static Kling, is now our new friend Luna. The Revenant of Revenge. Oh, also, I think I found a way to fix the time system on the Retro Freak. So, it is actually Saturday, which means, as long as there's not any sort of time restraint, we can actually go do a time-related event, which I've been wanting to do. So that's kind of exciting as well. So let's go do that. Ooh, there's one more thing we can do, just because we're here anyway. But yes, we now have a third monster on our team, which is good because I think we need that. I'm not going back to using Salad or Omelette, they're terrible. This is the guy we need to talk to, I believe. I don't think we've got lucky numbers, but let's check anyway. We might get a free Master Ball or something. Be kind of nice if we got a free Master Ball out of it. Did we get a thing? No. Yeah, that's just my luck. Okay. But now we should be able to take part in the bug contest, which I believe does take place on Saturdays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And it is presently in-game Saturday at like 10 a.m. or something like that. The only problem with this is if I have actually fixed the problem with the clock, most of our episodes, if not all of them, are going to be at night now, which kind of sucks. But, what's our starter? Okay, our starter's Luna. Good, we're going to use Luna. So, this is basically one of the few time-related events in the game, aside from the fact that all night you're going to run into nothing but Hoodoos and Noctowls. But, essentially this is kind of like this game's equivalent of Safari Zone, because Safari Zone isn't in this game. Except you can actually take your monsters with you. Or one of them, anyway. And you're given 20 Park Balls and 20 minutes to catch a cool monster. Now, the problem is all these monsters are basically not Johto exclusive, so I can't actually use any of them. But fun event is fun. But we can fight our monsters with the monster we can catch. And we basically go until we've run out of Pokeballs, we get fainted, or we run out of 20 minutes time limit. So get out of the way. First run of the game. What's our first bug? Venonat. That's not bad, but I think we can do better. Besides, I want some experience for Luna. Now, what's interesting about Umbreon is it's the perfect embodiment of kind of what I was talking about earlier, about how a lot of Johto monsters seem to be designed to be defensive-oriented. Most of Luna's stats are going to be heavily focused on like special defense and stuff. But there's another really weird thing about Umbreon, and that is if you play around with the Eevee a little bit and you level it up to, I want to say 26, it earns a Dark ability. A dark ability the dark type evolution it has doesn't get. And it's probably better than the one dark type attack it does get, but regardless, that's kind of weird. Also, as a dark type, it's one of those weird types whose weaknesses are ever changing in the series, so it's really hard to keep up with what you're actually good against with Umbreon. But it looks so cool, and that's why I wanted it over Espeon, because Espeon is, up until like that weird fairy type that people keep harping on about, it's functionally like the best Eevee evolution, I think, in terms of just raw output of damage. But Umbreon's so cool. With its glowy rings of moonlight and whatever. Also, it has high defense, and it can heal itself, so, you know, it's going to be a decent teammate at stalling, if nothing else. But it does learn a couple of psychic attacks, and I want to say a ghost attack, which is also kind of a scary prospect, because it's hard to figure out what ghost is good against. I'm hoping we actually run into something of value here. Because we are in a time limit, and I would very much like to actually run into something cool. But, yeah, it's nice to have our old friend Static Cling back, who's just as bitter and dark and angry and out for revenge as we are. Although that said, I can make some connections between our starter and our start from the previous game. And we did, in fact, have a fighting character in the last game. Maybe our team is nothing but reincarnations of existing monsters we've already had, who wanted to band together once again to defeat this scumbag Red who stole all our glory. Or something, I don't know. I'm trying to build a narrative here, damn it. But we're going to have to find some abilities for Luna. I actually have not seen if any of our TMs would be particularly effective with Luna. I should probably do that at some point. But that said, having to stop and just kerfuffle about with my TMs and stuff doesn't seem like a lot of fun, so I might do that off screen or something. But seriously, our best move is basically Tackle, which is really sad. I think at some point we get Feint Attack, which is okay, but like I said, Eevee gets Bite, which can make your opponent flinch, which I think is more functionally useful. But, yeah, this was actually the first Eevee evolution I got when I first played this game as well. Of course, you've only got two options, really, but I always just immediately loved Umbreon. It's so pretty. And it can take and leave a punch. Somewhat, anyway. I'm still trying to figure out what would be interesting monsters to have for the rest of our team. Like, again, I don't plan these things really, but we only have 3 monsters, and we're probably like a quarter of the way through the Johto area. I've got to start getting some monsters together. But at the same time, I don't specifically want any old monsters I run into, and I think a problem with our functional team right now is the fact that right now all 3 members of our team are all single element monsters. Whereas if we were to get some dual elements, that would at least afford us some protection, strategic planning against other more difficult types to combat against enemies. That said, we do have a fire type, so we're basically good anyway, but I don't know, I think we should try and find some monsters that have a bit of a broad spectrum of typing, just to make things a little bit more interesting for us. But I don't know, I'm excited to have our old friend Static Cling back, who, as first-gen Pokemon will tell you, outside of Nidoran, will not tell you genders, so Static Cling was a girl all along, evidently, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with retroactively assigning Static Cling a female gender identity. That's fine. She was awesome like that. She's probably the best monster on our team, honestly. She just tore everything to shreds. Stop hardening. You're wasting time. I know it's your one attack, but damn it. I need more attacks, or special attacks, so that I can actually cut through your defense. Hooray! Oh, well, it's good experience for Luna, if nothing else. Plus, special events, which are always fun. Venonat, I already said no to you. Actually, I know pretty much all the monsters that can show up during the bug catching contest, and there's one specifically I want to get. Even though I'm not going to use it. I want it just for the fact that it'd be a cool trophy to say, yeah, I got this during this event. The problem is it's hard to find. But it'd be fun just to finally catch one, because I didn't catch one Gen 1. Oh crap. Oh yeah, that's another thing Luna can eventually learn, is she can confuse people. Which is frustrating when you have that on top of a secondary status ailment. I think there's a few monsters that can both paralyze and confuse you. I think, what is it? That weird anglerfish thing could do it. Chinchou? I think is what it's called. That thing could. Actually, that'd be a cool monster to have. I think that's like an electric and water type. I might keep an eye out for Chinchou. Metapod. Stupid Metapod. I don't think I have any ethers either. This is going to be really awkward real quick. I guess the nice thing is if you're paralyzed, it doesn't eat PP up from your attack. That's kind of a nice thing. I don't know if Confusion does, though. I could see Confusion doing it. Alright, but after this, I guess we're going back to Ekrutik. I believe there's a gym there. I think there's another area we need to go to in there, and then we have to head off to Olivine, I believe it is, which is the town I got stuck on for the longest time the first time I played this. Because I stupidly picked Chikorita the first time I played this. Which, fun fact, don't pick Chikorita. Ever. Up to, like, Generation 3, you always pick the Fire type because it's the best starter. And Gen 4 had, like, a weird monkey monster, which was dumb. Which is real shame, because, you know, Pokemon had such a good string of just pick the Fire type, it's evidently the best all the time. But, not after that. After that we had a stupid monkey and a turtle for the Earth type, which was probably the coolest of the three. Although the Water type was also a Steel type, which was kind of neat. That was a weird thing about Gen 3, too, is with, I want to say the exception of the Grass starter, all of the starters had a secondary element, which made typing for them a lot more interesting. I'm out. Crap. Run! I want to see if I have an ether. If not, we're just running from stuff until we find something good. I have no items! Hooray! Guess we're just gonna run until we, find something cool. Kakuna. This is your fault. I wasted so many tackles on your stupid hardened carapace of doom. Stupid jerk Kakuna. Weedle. It's poisoning. Also, I just noticed, its eyes are a black cross. I'm never gonna not be able to unsee that. Their eyes are just little black beady crosses instead of actual eyes. Beedrill! Yeah, I'll try and go for a Beedrill. It's not what I wanted, but Beedrill's pretty cool, actually. Now, unfortunately, I can't weaken monsters because all my damaging attacks are out, but we can sit here and lob Park Balls at it forever. Or until we die. That's also a very real possibility. This is starting to remind me of those birds from Generation 1. Oh, you missed. Oh, you're such a spaz, you threw the Pokeball straight up and clocked yourself on the head instead of actually catching the monster, you spaz. I don't know why they added like an extra layer of missing. That was such a weird thing too. I'm glad they got rid of that. I've heard people argue that it really wasn't actually like an extra layer, it was just sort of an extra flavor thing, but I don't think that's the case. Simply by virtue of you could get all the other different results of catching a monster, you know? Whereas you could just miss which was such a weird concept to me. It's like, why? I haven't missed up to this point. I mean, I guess they brought it back for Pokemon Go. I think. I don't know. I've never played Pokemon Go. My phone is so crap, I can't run it. And even if I could, from a full battery charge, it would die after 30 seconds. My iPhone is weird. Like, it's a really old, I want to say, like, iPhone 3. But its battery is so strange, because its indicator will say, oh, I got 80% battery, and then it'll just shut off and say, oh, I got no battery. And then you can plug it in, and then for some reason it automatically jumps back to 70%, even though it just went from 0. So, yeah, my phone is a piece of crap. Fortunately, my phone is only for checking email, so I don't need it for much. But still kind of sucks. On the other hand, Pokemon Go did not seem all that interesting, and there's a new Pokemon Go coming out in 2 months for the Switch. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get Eevee version, because screw Pikachu. Because Pikachu. Ugh. There's so many better monsters that could have been the mascot of the series, and they chose Pikachu. I don't think we're gonna actually catch Beedrill, which is unfortunate, but, you know, we took part in the event, that's the important thing. And we saw something interesting. We saw Beedrill. I mean, I was going for Scyther, but, you know. For almost a minute there, I thought they were gonna give me that. It's like, oh, that's so nice of you, game. Nope! Such is life. So we didn't even place, but I believe you can get a Sunstone if you get either a Beedrill, a Pinsir, or a Scyther. And it's all dependent on the rarity of the monster, I believe. But we don't really need a Sunstone. There's only 2 monsters that evolve from it as far as I know. Yeah, they caught a Butterfree, which is sort of same tier as Beedrill. But Beedrill's infinitely cooler, although less useful, because Butterfree, of course, learns Poison Powder and, like, Paralyze Powder and all that sort of crazy, awesome abilities. But yeah, we didn't actually get to win this. Did they heal up Luna? Yes, they did. Oh, that's awesome of them. So we're gonna go to the next place. Ooh, Berry Tree! Unless it's an Apricorn Tree. Nope, Berry Tree. I like berries. They can heal me in things. And I don't have to pay as much for them. Okay, so we're going back to Ecruteak. And we're going to see what we can do there. I know there's a gym we can fight where Luna's probably horribly under-leveled for. Experience! It's important. See, if I weren't so fed up with beating my head against a tree for about 3 hours straight, I might consider catching a Spinarak just because I've never had a Spinarak, having Pokemon Silver growing up. And I always thought Spinarak was so cool. But, nope, don't care. You're just a pile of experience for me, Spinarak. How does that make you feel? You dumb bug. Alrighty. Pokemon Center, we need to heal up here. So, we can in turn respawn here when we inevitably get knocked out because we're so bad at our own job of being the very best, like no one ever was. Ugh, my throat's starting to constrict. I think I'm getting a little sick. That's not fun. Not fun! Alright, now there's a few places here we need to go. I wish I could remember which places. I think this is a plot important place later, but we can see if we can go in here. Yes, this is Usain. I don't know how to pronounce that. Suicune! I believe this is a new character for Crystal, and his entire deal is his entire story arc is he wants to catch Suicune, and he's going to be shown up by us. And I kind of appreciate that, because Suicune was always my favorite out of the 3 dogs. In fact, Suicune is one of my favorite Pokemon. But the fact that this guy's not only going to be shown up by us to catch Suicune, But more importantly, Suicune is now plot important means that, unlike the first two games back in the day, where Suicune along with two other dogs would basically just randomly teleport around the map, this time you're guaranteed to fight with Suicune. And that makes me happy, because that's the one I like. But that said, I did try and 100% the last game by getting all the optional legendary monsters, so I might try and do that here. That said, that's going to be a massive pain in the ass, and I don't want to. So I guess we'll see when we get there. I don't really understand why they designed a monster around, well, it's just going to randomly teleport around the map. And I get that, for the most part, it goes route by route, so it'll only go to the area adjacent to it, but at the same time, it still feels really dumb. Get out of the way. We need Rock Smash to break this, which is a TM and not an HM, further cementing the fact that HMs are stupid. Although it's now cementing that TMs are also stupid, so, you know. Way to go, game. Hey! It's that guy I remember. What with growing up with him in an alternate dimension, or prior to being replaced by an alternate dimension version of myself, when we grew up in Pallet Town together. Back when his name was Fafimon, and it's still Fafimon, but he's been replaced by some guy named Blue. Like we've been replaced by some asshole named Red. And we're gonna punch them both in their stupid, smug, dimension-hopping asshole faces. Zubat. One of the worst monsters of all time because it's everywhere and it's not good. It's not very effective, except when it's excellent and super effective, which is rare because it's a normal type attack. I think Dark doesn't affect normal, but normal isn't super effective against Dark, or something. The typing is weird in this game. Sup, Fafs? I bet there's something here. It's all my fault. How is that my fault? You haven't changed one bit, you jerk. Alright. Oh, sure. Start with the ghost type I can't do jack to. Fine. You know what would work on you? Burning you to the ground, you jerk. And fortunately, I have just the thing for that. Okay, Curse is an interesting move. Because when it comes to a ghost type, it takes half your health, and then every turn your opponent takes damage. If you're any other monster type and you have Curse, all it does is drop your speed by 1 and increase your offense and defense by 1. But it's also weird because it's like this completely non-existent element that's only registered as triple question mark, even though it's basically Ghost. I genuinely don't know why they created its own typing for it. That just seems like a weird choice to me. What's next? Crocona, which I assume would be his highest level monster. We'll throw Luna out there because Luna still needs experience. That animation was amazing. I think I need a gif of that. I'm just gonna wave my arm in the air. No big deal. Now the problem is, he has stab, I don't. I don't seem to be weak to his attacks, which is good, but he has stab, so he's still going to be doing more damage than me. Now, I believe I do have some potions, though. So I could throw some potions back and just beat this guy into submission, which I think I'm going to do, but that could be a problem. The problems with only having tackle as your only offensive output. I hope I have some potions. Hey, a crit. Now we're getting on the same level. Oh, sure, you get a crit too. Why not? Okay, potion. Miracle Seed, revive, full heal. Which does not actually heal you to full. I think that's misrepresentation. They should call it a panacea or something. Because a full heal, you would think would heal you to full. I really do not have any potions. Huh. I guess I used them all. Okay, guess we'll throw Van Damme out just because he's not weak to water types. I do quite like that coloring on Crocono though, like that sort of reddish pink, the white, and the blue. It's kind of a nice combination. Although that said, it does look vaguely like some evolution of Togepi in a weird way too. Like the spotted belly looks like Togepi's egg or something. Yep, we're gonna throw our old pal Luna back into the fray and then swap him right back out for Cinder, I think, because Van Damme is weak to flying types. And we do need, in fact, the experience on Luna. I'm kind of surprised we haven't run into rare candies at this point. I think you ran into like 2 or 3 rare candies by this point in Gen 1 Pokemon. I'm certainly almost certain that you get one by Mount Moon. Pretty sure you get one after the Nugget Bridge as well. I think. Oh good, Confusion and Paralysis. Which, as evidenced before and now, terrible combination to deal with. But fantastic to fight with. Also Bite makes you flinch. It's also a great Dark attack that our Dark type will not be learning, but its normal type does learn. Because sensibility. Oh god, we're gonna die. Oh, come on. Wow. Okay. Do the splits! Confuser! Stop doing that, you... That's not the reason why no one likes Zubat. They do this shit. It's annoying. No, 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 no. Ah, come on. What are the odds you actually get hit by Confusion? Like, I want to say it's probably something like 1 in 3. But in my experience, it's probably like 1 in 1. Magnemite. Oh, yeah. And Magnemite in this game is also a Steel type, which gives it a lot more elemental diversity. Which makes it a really good monster to have, but it's a Kanto monster, so I don't care. Because screw Kanto! And also, I'm doing this in honor of my fallen team, which might actually be my current team. Who knows? Okay, all normal attacks. I guess we're going with Dizzy Punch, because that can make you confused, and I think we really need that right now. Okay, this is getting scary now. Okay, this is really scary. Would it be worth even using the berry? What the hell? Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna be sad if we lose to this guy. Okay, that was lucky. Oh, we got speed. That's good, but we're probably gonna have to hit him at least twice more. Oh, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Holy shit, this is scary. Come on, crit. Oh. Oh. I was robbed. Oh, that was sad. Okay. Let's take a look at our TMs. I think we need some diversity here. Alright, so what do we got? We got... I don't need those two. Fury Cutter, that's Bug. That's not going to help anyone. Attract, no. Thunder Punch. I want to say Cinder can learn it once it evolves. So we're gonna hold on to that. Swift could be useful. Mud Slap. Does anything know Mud Slap, or can anything learn Mud Slap? It's not a high damaging attack, but they all can. That's kind of useful. Dig. I think we're gonna give Dig to Cinder. Give it some elemental diversity. We'll get rid of Smokescreen. Hooray, okay. Attack 5 turns with raising its own power. Now this is a rock type. Who can learn it? Cinder. Huh. That could be useful. I don't know if I want to use Rollout with Cinder, though. I think I'll hold on to that one for a moment. No. Yes. Okay. Swift. I think we'll give this to Luna. Because I think it would be useful to have more than just Tackle. Get rid of Growl. Alright, it's not ideal, but that's at least some, I can't, actually swap them, I don't think. That sucks. I can do it in, fight, but I can't do it from the menu. That's weird. Okay, but, we finished this tower. I think we can then go do a gym, and I think there's one other place in here we gotta go, deal with. And yes, I remember he starts with a Haunter, but we're gonna still start off with Luna and swap immediately just to, give us something to work with. My internet is terrible too, so don't worry about it. Actually, it's kind of funny because I've got 2 internet connections. I've got like a standard and like a, what is it, like 5G one. And even though they're like, coming from the exact same internet box and router, for whatever reason the 5G one, you know, the one you'd actually want to use, has less bars than like the standard one. And it sucks because if I use the 5G one, it disconnects every 2 seconds, which is terrible for streaming. So I have to use like the normal one, and if I use the normal one, it's just terrible for streaming in general. So I have to invest in like a super long like Ethernet cord or something just so I can get my good internet into my room from the other side of the building. Actually, I was looking this up on Amazon and I saw like a 50-foot Ethernet cable for about $20. It's like, oh, I can't afford it, but I kind of need that. So I think I might just invest in that. And hopefully that'll help stream quality in the future. Alright, we're gonna go Cinder because he's the only one who can do anything to a ghost. Because ghosts. Gonna curse again. Stop swearing, Haunter. It's not nice. It's rude. Need to scrub your mouth out with soap. I quite like that little sprite. That like little ghost demon thing. Alright, next we have Crocodile, which we will swap to Luna. I like the arm waving, it's funny. It's like he's saying, hello. Hello, Crocodile. I'm gonna start by tackling you, just to insult you. And then, I'm gonna swap that with that, and that with that. And now our attacks are at the top, so I don't have to actually muddle my way through a menu. Well, that said, Swift isn't doing all that much either, which is weird. I'm pretty sure Swift is a special attack, and I'm pretty sure Luna does have a better special than physical, so it should be doing more than tackle by a wide margin. Quit water gunning. I don't even care to think what orifice you're spouting all that water from. I mean, optimistically it's your mouth, and that's still really gross. Maybe it has a blowhole or something. Alright, next. Hooray! Quick attack! I will. Getting ready to tackle, because quick attack is useful. As we have long since learned. I think Luna can learn some psychic attacks too, so that could help damage output a very, very fair bit, even though it won't get stabbed or anything. Leech Life seems like such a waste of an attack. Like, it's an annoyance more than anything, because it's not going to do very much, and it's not going to heal you by very much. Alright, next is Magnemite, who will basically take us out instantly. Awesome. So unless you hit Swift, he'll do to him. He shouldn't take us out in one hit or anything. And this is why I had such a problem with the next gym, because the next gym is Steel type. And it's like just nothing is good against them. Yeah, but I've got a fire attack, so I'll just melt you down, turn you into a trophy to me and my awesome team, you stupid Magnemite. That's how we do. So, are you bringing that up because you're a wimp? I see. Whoops. Yes, I could never catch a legendary. Hey! These things look specifically like legendaries that we're all looking for now for reasons because plot convenience? That's the one I really like. The one that, as a kid, no one knew how to pronounce its actual name. I like Suicune. I was gonna say, what the hell monster is that? Oh, it's coughing. We'll end this swiftly! Haha! I fear not your tackle, coughing. But you might fear my shurikens? I guess is what Swift is. You dug a hole here. I fell through one, like a complete spaz. And like the hero I am, Suicune liked me. Really, you chased Suicune for 10 years and you didn't think to just fall in a random arbitrary hole that opened by plot convenience? Well, genius, that would be the first thing I'd suggest you do. What the hell is your head at? Get your head in the game, dude. I think that hole was actually just there if you played the earlier iterations of this game, but you had to, like, break a block that just arbitrarily was broken if you fell through the hole or something like that. I don't remember. It's been forever since I played Silver. Had an Ampharos. Not that I'm sad about that or anything, except I really, really am. Okay, so there's 2 more things we need to do in this town, I believe. First thing is we have to find the right building. Not the Pokemon Mart, although I might want to invest in some potions. Okay, potions. Super potions. Okay, that should be enough. Alright, now I think it's this building. Or not, it might not be this building. Oh, I guess we're going here after we get the gym badge, but that's not where we want to go right now. I want to go to that one place. I don't think it's this house. Yeah, there's a few like that. Okay, this house maybe? I don't think this is it. Treasure hunting is fun. Sweet! I'm never gonna use it, but awesome. I have adventurer's instincts. I don't need an item to give me that. Okay, come on. There's a sign next to this house. It must be this one. Yes, this is the house. Right on! It's just a shitty knockoff of Nidoking, and we all know it. So this is where we need to go. This is a place where everyone has an Eevee evolution. We'll probably just pick the one that has Espeon. Ah, Flareon, the most useless of all Eevee evolutions. I'm just gonna keep swifting. Let's get all swifty in here. Say swifty and riposte and all that. I think you get a TM if you beat all these people, but it's a good experience. Plus, you get to see all the Eevee evolutions if you've never seen them before, or you just want to see their Pokemon Crystal iterations. Plus, experience. And experience is a good thing. Sorry, Naoko, but you lose. Plus money. Mom just wasted all my money again, as she always does. Although, she can sometimes buy, like, little dolls for your room and stuff. It's completely random, but that's the only way to get them. That said, you're, like, only ever in your room at the very start of the game, and there's no point in doing it ever. There's also a big feature of getting those special Pokemon dolls for your room if you connected it to the N64 Pokemon Stadium 3 game. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, no, I've got type advantage. I was like, oh, wait, I'm weak to... Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Okay, fine. But, yeah, it seems weird to have such a mechanic such as that and try and push it as such a big thing as to why you should buy 2 games and, like, the required consoles and equipment to connect it just for such a pointless thing that you're never going to notice. Ha! Sayo, hit the showers. my Eevee is best Eevee. Oh, I see how it is. You're trying to copy me by using my Spirit of Vengeance as your mascot. Well, you can't. She's my mascot. Freaking copycats, man. So the problem is Umbreon, as a defensive type, it learns all its best, like, defensive and even offensive abilities later on. So right now, all it has is Tackle. Not unlike how we were a few moments ago. And your Sand Attack's not going to do anything because I have the magic of Swift. Next. No, that'll happen when you only have one. It's kind of weird you have to actively, like, approach these guys. I kind of like that, though. As opposed to, oh, I see you, we're gonna fight. I kind of like that you have to actively challenge them. It's kind of refreshing, and I think I prefer that, honestly. I always liked how Vaporeon looked, but I don't think Vaporeon's all that effective as a monster. Nice thing is we're going to be level 25 before this is all over. I'm genuinely a little concerned about the gym, though, because the gym here is Ghost type, I believe. I don't really have anything for that, except just use Cinder and hope for the best, I guess. Hardly ideal. Last one. Miki-chan sends out Jolteon. How dare you wave a Jolteon in front of our face? That is the greatest insult to Luna and myself, and in the name of the moon we shall punish you. Luna may no longer be a Jolteon, but she can still kick ass like the best monster in my team. Done. Alrighty. I have no idea how I'm going to fight ghost types. I'm genuinely scared of this gym. I think we have to talk to someone around here. Yeah, but you can't re-challenge me, so it's never gonna happen. I beat all of them. Now give me my prize. No, they're not. HM3. We need this in the future, I feel. We don't have a water type yet, though, so it's not super useful to us. That said, I think if we did have a water type, we could go east instead of west, but I think we have to go west first. That said, I've never gone east before. I wonder... I think we can start getting water Pokemon, like, starting in the next town, so I think what we might do is go there, get a water monster, then go east and see how far we can go that way just to explore. Just out of curiosity more than anything. Well, if they're ghost types, probably not, because I only have normal attacks. Oh. How do you have so many monsters and they're all gonna be ghost types? God damn it. I wonder if Swift would actually do anything. Yeah, no, it doesn't. But it does have like a 100% hit rate, so I figured, you know, maybe... I think Swift can even hit monsters that are like flying and dug under the ground. Oh, good. Well, I guess I'm tail whipping now. Can't do any damage to this stupid thing. This is how not to start off a fight properly. I wonder when you get toxic. I want to get toxic, that's a good move. I can't swap out. And that's actually a great move for certain very rare instances, like fighting those legendaries that run, but for the most part, mean look and being trapped in combat is not really all that useful. We're gonna have to go to the Pokemon Center just after this first fight, aren't we? No. Quit it. Damn it. Alright, fine. You're about to get burned, because you're playing with fire now. Nope. Don't need to. Your stupid Ghastlies. They certainly are that, if nothing else. Alrighty, so... This is your whole thing, is you're just gonna throw ghost monsters at me. That's this entire gym's thing, which is kind of awkward because it's a tough type to fight against. Especially if all you have is normal types. Nice thing is there's plenty of different typings you can get up to this point. Very different than the fight with Brock at the start of Pokemon Red. Where if you didn't pick either a Squirtle or a Bulbasaur, you were just screwed. I don't have much choice, I'm stuck with Cinder, I think. Nope, we're gonna keep doing this. I think we're gonna have to go heal up just to get more embers back, though. I'm glad they don't do this, but I could see them implementing a rule where if you leave the gym, you have to go through all the people you fought at that point back. And that would just be terrible, especially in situations like this where it's like, ah, I have one monster that can do anything to you. Just let me go. Nope, you gotta do it all over again. Alrighty. And after this we can go explore the Tin Tower, I guess. Well, I don't think there's much you can do right now. I'm pretty sure that's like a post-game sort of thing. Oh god. This isn't obtuse or anything at all. Oh, I get it. It's the longest, most pointless path you can have. Huh. That's a neat sprite. Alright, Sin, let's burn these guys to the ground. I wonder if that effects still apply if the monster defeated, you know, gets defeated. Like, could you theoretically swap out for the next monster when you defeat one, or are you literally stuck there till the end of the fight or until you get taken out? I mean, it doesn't matter much, but... Yes, I will. Good. That's what I wanted. You do that again. I'll throw Cinder back out, because he's the only one that can actually do anything to you right now. And I will just burn you along with this whole goddamn building to the ground. Alrighty, some more experience. Awesome. Now tell me the hint even though I already know it. Path is right before our eyes. What? Okay, so it's not the one directly in front of her, it must be the one next to it. Nope. Straight up? So that was a whole pointless thing? Yep. You've lived together so long that your monsters died and became ghosts. And secretly you are as well. But the thing is, you need to learn to let go, or else they'll remain haunted in this world forever. Or some nonsense. You do that. I'm genuinely worried about the gym leader, however, because even though he can't theoretically have too many different monsters, only having one monster that can actually fight ghosts is a bit of a problem, because if Cinder gets taken out, it's basically just sitting here waiting for the fight to end. And that's no good. That's just bad. That's anti-good. Okay. Shall you now? Bold claim, old lady. Who seems to be haunted by ghosts? Or vomiting out small woodland creatures or something? Alrighty, so you're one of those people who has a crap ton of ghastlies. That's not ideal. Don't do that crap. Okay. So we may be paralyzed, but we're not out yet. We may be trapped and paralyzed, but we're not out yet. Next move, confusion. We may be in the worst possible situation ever, but we're not out yet. And we will throw Luna out once again. To show you the truly dark, vengeful spirit of the moon. That's kind of the thing I don't get. Like, Umbreon is supposed to be like a moonlight monster, but its alternative Espeon, which only evolves through, like, sunlight, doesn't become a sunlight type monster. It becomes an Esper, or a Psychic. E-S-P-R. Psychic. Japan has a lot of weird terms for psychics, or concepts for psychics anyway. I prefer calling them new types. But that's because Gundam is awesome. Now, things are not looking great for Cinder. But how many monsters can the gym leader have? Like, just by virtue of the fact it would take forever to go back to the Pokemon Center, I think we might as well just ram our head into the brick wall that is a gym leader and try and get some experience out of it and lose. I think that would be a better plan than walking all the way back. Yeah, you did. Nice haircut. Well, yeah, I already saw them. That makes you sound like a psychic, not a ghost person. What would be more interesting is if you were an actual ghost. That would be more functionally connective to your element, I suppose. Morty. Well, if it's only Morty, I think we have a chance. If Rick were here, that could be a problem. Alright, you keep cursing yourself. I don't appreciate the potty language, but it gives me a free shot at you, Ghastly. Oh, come on. I'm not even gonna get one of these guys down. Alright, there's one. I stand very much corrected. Throw Luna out again. All I have are these normal attacks, damn it. And the TMs aren't much better. I mean, Mud Slap, that's not a very damaging attack. It's not all that useful. I want to say Luna can learn Nightshade, actually, which is a really good attack. Okay, now we're well and truly screwed. Because normal, normal, normal. I'm just going to proceed to not actually lay a hand on you ever. Feel free to speed this all up by cursing yourself. Yep, that's perfect. Actually, there might be a way for us to beat this, possibly. It's a stretch, but let's see if we can do it. Because I genuinely want to see if this works. That's not ideal, but okay. I'm just gonna sit here. No, that's not what I want you to do. I want you to do the other thing. Do the other thing. No. Haunter, come on. Do the other thing. Oh! And then we swap back to Van Damme. This is a plan. It's not a good plan, but it seems to be working. Come on. Nope. I don't want to waste an HP potion on this stupid plan, but I also want to see it work. Crap. Oh, come on, I want to kill you by your own curse ability. Well, it doesn't matter now, even if he does. I'm going to be taken out by that curse myself. Ah well. Such is life. Although if I did get some experience from that, that would be super. Hooray! I feel clever that I thought of that. I mean, it's not a good plan, but it is a plan. Unfortunately, I'm now cursed. And I can't do anything about this counter. And therefore, we are about done. Yeah. I'd say we got some decent experience out of it. Let's try again. This time we're actually starting from full health, though. Whoops. You know, when Koga pulled this shit, at least you could kind of see the outline of the floor and the walls around him. There was at least a visible logic to it, where you could understand what was going on. I shall defeat you and your spooky finger puppet ghost monsters. Okay, Sin. Let's take from the top. Haha, your attack was useless. Useless! Puny ghost. Yeah, you could do that too. Doesn't hurt my feelings any. And then, fun story, that curse goes away when I swap out. Which should be right about now. Right, and Cinder goes back out. You and your nightshade, you spooky ghost monster. How dare you spooky ghost monster me. Burn! No, see, I want you to do the other thing, you know, where you take half your health in one move. That was a good thing. I like that. Ah, Gengar. It's a ghost monster I didn't get because it required trading. It looks horrifying in this game, and also like a big angry Clefairy. Maybe it's the ghost of a big angry Clefairy or something, I don't know. Maybe. I think that's a move Luna can learn as well. Okay, time for my special potions. Super potions, whatever. Why did I say special? Got the S and the P in my head, I guess. Okay, so... that's a scary move because that lowers your special defense, which means you take more damage as you go. And a crit does not help us any. Fortunately, we do have a revive, which I think we're going to have to use in this fight. Oh. I would prefer you get burned by my attack, if that's all the same to you. I can't hit him with anything either. Crap. Okay. Hope this revive is worth something. That's awesome. Isn't that psychic though? It should. Okay. Well, it's good to know... oh, I see, it just missed. That phrasing is weird to me. It didn't affect him. I would think that would mean that it's elementally ineffective and therefore wouldn't do anything no matter what. It just missed, though. I think you could have phrased that a little better, game. Ah, Dream Eater. One of the moves you can pull off on an enemy that's asleep and it'll do special things. There's a few special ones. I think there's a move called Snore, which allows you to attack while you're in your sleep. Or Sleep Talk. Maybe it's that. There's a few special abilities for just being able to sleep. It's weird. And from both sides, the sleepy and the person who probably put you to sleep. And you can build some characters around that too, which is kind of interesting. Alright. Nice work, Luna. Another haunter. Why don't you go haunt him instead? This way I'm gonna be out of embers. Actually, I think Dig would probably work on them as well, because it is an elemental affliction. When I was a kid, I had so much trouble figuring out what ghosts were weak against, so all I figured is, if it's physical in any way, shape, or form, it won't do anything to ghosts, and if it's special, it will. And that's just kind of how I work things out in my head. And I know that's not functionally true, but I've not found a better way to figure it out. Hooray! Take that, Morty. Maybe send Rick next time. I punched you in your face and stole your stupid badge. How do you feel now, Morty? With your spooky finger puppet ghost badges. I can use Surf, except I don't have a monster that can use Surf. TM30! Which I believe is Shadow Ball. Which, we in fact have a monster that can use that. And we are going to teach her that, because she needs some good moves, and that's not great, but it's one she can learn, and it's probably one nothing else we're ever going to get can learn, so we might as well use it. Yes. We will get rid of Tail Whip. We're going to keep Sand Attack because, well, we know how useful Sand Attack is. That just goes without saying. It's like Quick Attack. It's an attack that has just way more use than you'd initially think, but it's awesome. Okay. I guess we'll go explore the Tin Tower and then call it a night. Although I'm not sure what we can do in the Tin Tower right now. I thought that was sort of a post-game area. Alrighty. To the tower! The Tower of Power. Alright, that would be this door. And the magical monk who always blocked your path is now gone. I called him Mito. Except unlike Mito, you couldn't slip past him with some really tricky jumps. Why? What? Explain yourselves. I wonder if I'd be able to enter if I had not done anything with them yet. Oh well. Like I said, this is more or less a post-game area. So I guess we'll deal with this area in post. But, you know, I think we were pretty productive over this past hour or so. Got another teammate. Got a new gym badge. Got to experience the majesty of a timed event and completely cock it up. Yeah, we did good. We met some legendary monsters. And I think we're ready to go on our next step of our journey next time. And if you like this, feel free to follow the Twitch channel so you can see more of this. Go check out my YouTube channel, which is the same thing as my Twitch channel, but has more content, significantly more content, and probably better at it because I've been doing it longer than streaming. And if you really want to help me out, go check out my Patreon, support that, which would get you onto the supporters Discord, where we can complain about how dumb it is to fight ghosts with only one monster that can hit them. But until next leg of our Pokemon adventure, enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, Internet.